I need to care about watching the Mandalorian and Grogu movie? Nah. Honestly, for the Star Wars movies that actually came out for the first time in 7 years after like the horrible trilogy, the newest trilogy, that was actually that was actually butchering everything what I love about Star Wars with bad writing. Totally tried to actually bait me into thinking that Finn is going to be like a Jedi user. That just to actually make the writing so fucking woke that I don't even give a shit, so that they can actually reveal that Star Wars Acolyte could actually be a much more better show than what it is Star Wars is today. Honestly, Mandalorian is actually a good show. Not like the first season was great, but like and then the second season was also pretty okay. Not as great as season one, but it made me question myself. Why do I need to care about Mandalorian and also the Grogu adventure? Like, I don't really understand why I need to give a two flying fucks about a bounty man and also like talking about the story of like the war crime lord. I can't even pronounce it. War crime lord. That's the story of the crime stuff. Okay, like I don't really do give shit. All right, like I don't. I only wanted to watch Star Wars because of Jedi's and clones, and also like the war between the good and also the evil. I don't really care about like that is not inside of that. Sure, Star Wars Andor is like technically not even about Jedi, and actually is popular, but that show has good writing, and also it also definitely a story lead up to about the story of awakening of like what Star Wars original trilogy is supposed. There is awakening of like the Jedi or like the good side that can actually brought up even the non-Jedi can actually be involved in this fight. And I think that's the beauty of it. There is a beauty of like people who are trying to go come up together despite their powers, despite their lack of toughness, the lack of strategy, fighting against the greater evil, somehow managed to prevail. But Mandalorian is not that. I don't know. I don't even remember what the hell is Grogu is even about or why is he even there. But I don't really care in the end. Like the Mandalorian, the bounty hunter guy is interesting, but the new movie of like the adventure of Mandalorian and Grogu really kind of makes me wondering that Disney will never stop chasing money by using the IPs that people love. It doesn't really matter. They will actually try their best to actually plaster Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars. And no matter how much they actually do it, that it will never actually pick my interest. All right, most of the time when they see like a Star Wars that is actually like doing really good, they will find ways to actually make a shit ton of money out of it. They will try to make money out of it. That's why you see Mandalorian has 3 seasons needlessly. You don't even see Star Wars third season because that story is actually going to be a finale and finished. That's why Disney decided to actually give out a very limited amount of budget for the Star Wars Andor show. And honestly, Star Wars Andor will never be beat up. All right, there is nothing going to be top up the Star Wars Andor show itself. It's such a good writing, it's such a good story, interesting characters, visually amazingly amazed how fucking excited I am to see each scene's cinematography is actually out of this world. Nothing can even top up. I will put that Andor show top right next to Breaking Bad if I have to. One of my favorite show of all time. But Mandalorian is not that. Mandalorian is just a movie that I just felt is just needlessly to show off kids to so that they can actually pull in their audiences whoever the fuck they are actually, so they can actually get their parents to actually spend money to actually watch it. That's what I felt like. I don't really care about it, but yeah, it's a little bit rant side that I don't really need to actually talk about it. But like, I see people talking about the movie, the new Mandalorian movie, that I just really felt like it's going to be bad. But when I watched the review, lo and behold, I can expect it that it was actually needlessly pointless. I've heard people can say that this movie was just unneeded to move on the plot. There is some writing in there that is actually just really conveniences to the story, and that doesn't make any sense at all. It just needed to happen for the plot because fans like it in the end. Sure, I like. there are things that we want to see. Okay, Grogu, Predator Pascal again coming out, being as Mandalorian, and also like I don't remember the big slug man. We can see them again, and now they can actually moved on their own now because they're not props anymore. Now they're CGI, which I don't really see the point of me watching it. Like the book, like they already have another show with talking about the crime lord, right? Which is the book of Boba Fett. That one was also like notoriously fucking toned down. I hate the book of Boba Fett. It was such a insult towards the Boba Fett character itself that I just felt like it's just like telling me that Disney does not give a fuck about the originality of the character. They're just making the character to pull in your fucking eyes in and just pay money for them. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really have much to talk about. I just felt like it was not my interest to actually watch the movie. I don't really care about it. I still love Star Wars the way it is, but the newest Star Wars is just gone. The spark of like the good versus evil is just gone as well. I know like the original trilogy sometimes can have its own plot holes, but they're just fun and charming about the old trilogy, the prequel trilogy, the Clone Wars, the Star Wars Andor, even the Clone Wars, the Bad Batch are also very charming in its own way. There's something about it that just pulls the people in to care about these characters, to fight against the greater evil or like being part of the evil. That it's so good, and I miss those era of Star Wars. But yeah, this is just me a little bit of like just ranting needlessly. But yeah, peace out.